Hello and welcome to Samsoe International. Last week I made a Christmas video and I got a couple of comments from New Zealand and Australia, and they said, well, very interesting, but we didn't understand a word of it because it was in Danish. Now I'm gonna make this New Year greeting in English. And New Year is about fireworks and rockets, and I love do-it-yourself projects. So I've made this rocket, and on the internet you can find all sorts of recipes, and one of them is rocket fuel, gunpowder sort of stuff, and very easy to make this. All you do is you pour up, I use around 2 kilograms of rocket powder here, and to make it look a little bit better, I have made also from a recipe, it looked like lolly or something like that. These are small pellets with gunpowder and different kinds of metal powder. It gives different colors when it explodes. So put a couple more there, and DIY, put a lid on it here. Well, oh yeah, now we're just about ready to launch this rocket. Perfect. Here we are. Something like that. Yep, fantastic. But before I launch this rocket, I'll just give you a brief look around here on Samsoe International. And last week I told the story about Terminal 1 is about to be replaced, and in Terminal 2 we have different projects. And I'll just very briefly show you around, and I will grab the camera. And here we have Terminal 1. Over here we have Terminal 2. And inside Terminal 2 we usually have an airplane, but right here it's a bit of a mess. I don't want to show you. So there's a kayak, there are paddles, all sorts of things. Inside here it was a bit of a mess last week, and now look at this. First thing, LED lights in the ceiling. And here you have the pits, special upside down, and some different airplanes, World War II models, Vietnam, other helicopters, and it's actually Hercules with New Zealand Air Force. You can see the Kiwi there, and the Danish F-16, some Swedish airplanes. And on the other side here we have the big Lufthansa A380. In the good old days, Scandinavian Airlines, they flew the Jumbo, and they've had all sorts of other planes. You can see here. And we have the right first flyer here. And if you know something about aviation, you know that it's not the first flyer, it's the second flyer, because Richard Pearce in New Zealand, he was the first one to fly. Up here, Scandinavian Airlines, the big Jumbo model here. You can see that. Well, a lot more tidy than last week. Out here, it's a little bit of New Zealand inspiration. In New Zealand you have Mount Cook air safaris and volcanic air safaris. Here we have Samsoe Air Safari. Another New Zealand inspiration is in this cupboard. We have gumboots. So here we got gumboots, and every year, the first weekend in July, in the summer, we have a gumboot competition, just like in Taihape in New Zealand. But this is the European gumboot competition. Gentlemen are using size 45, that's an 11. And ladies are using a bit smaller, 38 or size 5. And for kids we have some smaller ones down here. And we have a lot of flags here we use to make. And then we have very important, because we have a lot of safety rules here, and it's very important with helmets, because the guy or the girl that throws the gumboot must wear a helmet. It doesn't make anything safer, but it looks good on the photos. Well, enough of that. Inside here, it was a building site last week, and now look at this. And listen to the jet sound here. it is our cinema. And in the cinema we can do lectures about flying, show movies, and this is how it all began. Tourist class, business class, and we can simulate flying. Now due to Corona we can't do much flying, but know this sound? You walk through the cabin and yeah, got the trolleys so we can serve coffee and tea and what have you. 18 people can be inside here, and as you can hear, we can do a little bit of simulation of the sound if you feel like flying. Now we'll make a takeoff. Oh, maybe it's just the vacuum cleaner, I don't know. Okay, back to the DIY rocket project. Okay, we are now ready to launch this do-it-yourself rocket, and see here, fantastic. I better take this gunpowder here away. Oh yeah, but this rocket, year 2020, with all the problems the Corona have given us, it's just about time to launch this rocket and say Happy New Year and hope for a lot better 2021. Happy New Year. Bugger! Just like almost anything else in 2020. Well, hope for something better next year. Happy New Year!